welcome back to another morning skate show with the hockey coach guru, Coach FRENCHY, directly for the beautiful Sunshine State in Florida. Thursday, April 14, 2022. Happy Thursday, happy thankful day for everybody. Hopefully an amazing, great day already, and you rock and roll for whatever you do. I know you are have an amazing, great day. Today on the program, we're going to have a fun conversation. First of all, we're going to talk about a 3-game happening last night in NHL. Strange game from 2 game where honestly have not many impact on the playoff situation. And then the last night, the last game at 9:30, the Colorado Avalanche completely destroyed the Los Angeles Kings by the score 9-3. Really strange also about that game. Tonight, 12 game and the program tonight. A lot of impact for the West Conference. And will be really interesting when we go to bed tonight. Who is going to be in the race, or if some of the team going to be eliminated or not. But that's another thing we're going to follow up for sure tonight. Tonight, Coach does the game between the Washington Capitals versus the Toronto Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock. We'll be back earlier at 6 o'clock p.m. with our friend in our tap for all the prediction of the day. Of course, from 6 o'clock until 7 o'clock. And also, I want to invite you. Don't forget to watching all my videos I do every single day. It could be a preview game, a post-game game, or it could be any subject around the league. I'm always bring some videos inside that channel, plus the live stream we do every day, about 2 or 3 per day. So I just want to invite you and to be a part of this. So you can see what we talk about inside those videos. Usually we do a preview or a post game. We talk about the Montreal Canadiens, but also other subject. We have a few people in the house this morning. Mr. Samuel Arias, welcome aboard. From Finland, Earth Friend, the insider of all the goaltender starter and all the news around the league when we are live streaming. I'm talking about our best friend, Jamo Vartanen, in the house. Number 1 fans of the Boston Bruins, where tonight they play again the Ottawa Senators. We want to welcome back Mr. John Welcome back. I don't know, I'm fired up right now, but calm down. Calm down, coach. Relax, rest. It's only 12 o'clock. You have to go to the pool afternoon. But from the upstate New York, a little bit south of Toronto, our friend of the Toronto Maple Leaf fans, we welcome back Mr. Jose Duarte. From Texas, Houston, where everything is big, the cookies, the baseball stadium, the football, everything, the Hooters restaurant in Dallas. But we talk about our friend for the New Jersey Devils, Mr. Joseph LANHAM. First of all, we have a friend for Lille Perrault. We really sorry to hear that bad news, everybody, of our friend Richard Mullen. He just said he passed the last 2 days, a couple of days at the hospital after he broken 2 ribs for a fall. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Richard. Hopefully, speed recovery, prayer to you, and we miss you. I know we have something was going on because we did not see you during the prediction tonight. So we feel you hopefully come back stronger, better, and glad to having you aboard. And hopefully, feel better to you, better prediction maybe. Who knows what could happen. Mr. Richard Mullen in the house. And from Utah, Oh, I'm sure I want to hear from him. I want to hear what he's going to say about the Los Angeles King. But I want to sharing, he sent us his dog. I don't know the name of the dog. It looked like two dogs right now listening. Coach Frenchy talking right there. You can see they pay attention. They really look their hair. Her hair are step up right now. They all stand up. He said, what the coach going to tell us today? What they look, two dogs right now. And they are just listening the Hockey Nation Live Show. But welcome back, Mr. Ron, with Kings 20 in the house. Yep, you're absolutely right about that. About this. Mr. Renault, welcome aboard. Adam Bookvis is going to be a great defenseman. Renault, he's still 22 years old. He's going to be a two-way player, not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. He played behind Werenski. You can see on the second pairing. He had a couple of good years with the Chicago Blackhawks. Great trade for the Columbus to get him for the Blackhawks and return for Zed Jones. So just to take a time for him to grow, patient with him. And I believe Adam Bookvis is going to be a good defenseman in NHL. About that. Werenski not reached any point last night. Sergio got embarrassed. Explain that. Like Martin St. Louis said, yesterday everybody was flat. No energy. No urgency. They was completely. They are mentally right now. If you watch my video, I'm talking about what Martin St. Louis talked after the game last night, where he said mentally the players are exhausted, fatigued, and tired because it's a long season, and when you change the coach, that's mentally hurt. You're not. It's not easy. Then you have another coach right now, and I'm demanding a lot. For since I'm behind the bench with them, I'm demanding the new concept, the new ideas. I'm changing the way they play. I'm changing the way they get better. And it's a lot accumulation and a short period of time where they have to accept and try to accomplish this or to put in action what they learn. And maybe at that moment right now, they are mentally exhausted. That's the reason why they are a day off today. And well done by Martin St. Louis. He recognized his player right now of fatigue and tired. And we have to give credit also for the Columbus Blue Jackets to step up more and they play a better game. It happens around 82 games. Unfortunately, it's happened last night for the Montreal Canadiens. They still have an 8 game to go now. And it's also when you have the season is over, right? They know they are out of the playoff right now. So maybe they are taking one out to go home quicker, faster, better. And excuse, no excuse. That's the reality. Same thing happened with the Los Angeles King last night. They got destroyed last night. Yeah, no excuse when you race on the playoff. But again, a back-to-back game, and you have some game you don't show up or it does not work. But last night, it was just a general. It was not only one player; it was everybody. They was not there. I'll be honest with you. I believe Rand Poland and Romanov have a better game, and that's pretty much it overall. So it's happened sometime, honestly. Congratulations to McKinnon on the 5-point night and what he think was an extent hat trick. Congratulations, Nathan McKinnon at 5 points yesterday, 3 goals, 2 assists. McCarr continues to. That team is dangerous. One, they are on their ways, and they play right now without what? Yestagog? What about Bowen Byron come back yesterday? It's just that team is so deep now. What about Likonen? Yeah, what, 3 points yesterday? Colorado are seriously contender for that. What if I say, Minnesota or Calgary or St. Louis? Listen, Colorado right now have every tools. I can't wait to see. I'd be impressed me if we can see Colorado versus Florida Panthers. I think it would be great to see that. That's the dog for Mr. Ron with King. The English Black Lab is Valen, and the small mud is Anyar. We're not to call them, Lucky Luke. Like, one said Lucky, another one said Luke. So you play is Lucky Luke. I think it will be easier that way over there. Columbus have 3 roster players with 20 plus goals right now. It have a 0 player. I know which player are the most responsible. It's not a matter, Renault. It's all about the team concept. You talk about the team right now with the most injuries during the season for the Montreal Canadiens. So I don't compare that. I think Columbus have some problem with no goaltender. The situation in Columbus is not great. They have a veteran player like Voracek, 35 years old, 36 years old. And, they have Patrick Laney, one of the super elite scorer over there. But they don't have a lot of depth, honestly. They played yesterday with, 4 rookies, I believe, last night. And they have a lot of prospect over there. So Columbus is a little bit long-term. But I don't see very big... for me right now, you cannot compare a lot. What's going on with Columbus, is they don't make the playoff. That's a disappointment. Montreal did not make the playoff, but they beat with the most record injuries since the beginning of the season. You cannot blame anybody. Any team, in any moment, right? If Colorado lost McCarr, Quimper, and McKinnon right away at the beginning, right? At the beginning of the year, and they don't play game this season. What Colorado is at that moment. Understanding. That's the same way, right? If you take off any 3 players in any team, you're not going to make most of the league, the team that's not going to make the playoff. They cannot. It's too hard. So for me, Montreal, that it's all a combination of all the injuries make them where they at that moment. And we'll see how they're going to react next season about that. McCall 4 points last night. I can see him take over the playoff like Bobby Orr or Premier Rickenson with Senator. Yes, I think a combination of McCall McKinnon could be one way where McCall can do that. Now, one is going to be the playoff time, how they're going to play again a space area smaller because the cap control and the team play more. Would be different a little bit, but at the end of the day, McCall could be that kind of defenseman, can carry on the team like McKinnon and Ratanen over there. We're better saying they did what Al Kadri also last night, so pretty impressive what they put on the show last night. And Mr. Enal Top, welcome aboard. No, Josh Anderson play a lack of the puck angling and passing abilities from Josh Anderson right now is changing his game. So do not looking for Josh Anderson right now. Just forget Josh Anderson right now for the rest of the season. They are trying to transform his game for his best benefit in the next 6, 7, 8 months. So right now what you do, you don't compare Josh Anderson because Martin Saint-Louis established a new plan for him. He wants to transform Josh Anderson to understand he cannot only be north-south but east-west at that moment. So he's a little bit messed up right now because he tried to understand everything at the same time. So that's the reason about that one of there. Super shot! Sean B! Reverse super shot! Sean B! Sean B! Thank you. Thank you. We love it. And also we hype that one. And finally, we are on fire this morning because it's Thursday. Thank you so much, Mr. Sean B. Super Chat. Why I said excellent, McKinnon looked surprised, got the puck has gone, and the deflection, he looked like he was trying to get into the Peterson chest, but I respect him for necessarily bring. Yeah, it was a turnover by the defenseman, Spain's behind the net. The puck goes surprisingly on the stick of the McKinnon, and on the third goal, he shoot the puck under the blocker of the Peterson. Peterson, he reverse about the glove, and he go in, and you don't see any celebration after that for McKinnon, and it was well done by him to realize at that moment, I don't know, it was 7, 8, or 9, whatever it was, and it's something happening after that with Nikoshin. Well done by the Colorado Avalanche to do that. And this is some details like that make a team better, stronger, and more respectful. And to do that, no celebration. McKinnon go back straight to the bench, open the door, sit. He did not shake hand to anybody. No celebration. And that's for me, it's priceless. That's how you build a team, a champion team with those details of the game. Respect the game, respect the ref, respect the opponent team, respect the fans and the crowd. That's how it works usually. Now, so it'll be interesting about that to see about how this is going to turn around. Welcome back, Mr. Sean B. again. Yes, about the celebration, but again, the fans did it. They sent about 200 caps at $35 each. They just spent like, I don't know what, $700 on the caps on the ice. But if you go to hockey game, guys, bring I don't know, an old hat. You spend like $9.99, or buy a fake hat, and then you have a hat trick, just throw it. Well, don't throw a $35 hat. Jesus, people love to spend money. Just kidding. Which team right now? Now the most north-south style is, yes, was better for regular season, but not postseason. They don't have a lot of team carry on the north-south anymore because they're all moving now from the east to west, Renault, on any level and any team. Because the players all become now more talented, skill-wise, everything like that. So they have more signaling. Their pass is better. They are stronger. And they just better because they are learning at a young age. When it comes to the NHL, they don't have any more one-dimensional players like it was in the past. They are more learning about stick angling, shooting the puck, and moving the puck left to right. The skate is better, faster, stronger, and now you have less teams go north-south. Yeah, you can see that you have no trap anymore like it was before. Of course, you have a 1-2-2 sometime, but most of the time, they really play man-to-man on the defensive coverage. The cap control is better. The defenseman jumping. So when you come to the blue line, you're not only 3 or 4. So how are you going to respond that? If you play again, I don't know, Colorado example, you know McCall's coming. You play Pittsburgh, you know Letang's coming. You play Washington, you know Carlson's coming. How you do that? So what you do, you bring an F3 high on the defensive zone. So what happening at that moment? You have a transition quicker, right? So what happened? You F3 hanging over the circle. He's coming back quicker to support your two defensemen, and then your defenseman can pinch the guy to the red line on the neutral zone because you know your F3 is high with you. But if you 3F forward or deep zone behind the goaltender and one in front of the net, you have a quick transition, but the gap between the forward and the D of your own team, it's wider, it's harder. So the game have to be sure it's more understanding. Okay, what's my job to do? How we can do that? How we can pinch? What we cannot pinch? How I can backcheck him? Who I support? It's all about recognize. Take a picture. Take a picture. I always said, take a picture. Recognize where your teammates are, and also where are the opponent players. So the defenseman like Justin Barron, example, new in the NHL, he need to recognize where is DUARTE, Where is Gallagher? Where is Hoffman, example? Right? So if you have a transition, they are coming fast right now. But what do we do? Do I pinch? Do I don't pinch? Is it take a chance? I don't take a chance. So it's the game changing. And it's all about how you're going to recognize that. What happening between the season and the playoff, it's because now you play more a system to collapse more together. You take a little bit less chance. You have only one F1 high, and then you collapse more at 3. It's harder to have, you have no space anymore between the defenseman and the forward. So the transition, when you're coming back, a break out of the zone or skating with the puck, but now you have no gap anymore like it was on the season because the player does not pay too much attention. So that's the difference between that and the past right now about this. Try to catch up with everything. Ron Butfield with a 23rd goal last night. I think he scored the last goal of the game, I believe. I'm not sure. Please click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show. Thank you so much, Jose. Mr. Peter August back in the house. Will the Ducks be aggressive and Frenchy with Keslev cap space, which big game could be undone? But now Keslev, Renault, his salary was only $1 million. So, so I don't see this like a big cap space for his contract, because the year before his $8 million was over, and he signed a contract only for $1 million, so $2 million this season. So honestly, that's not going to change. The Anaheim now, it's really, it's under Pat Verbeek right now. And I don't know what Pat Verbeek is going to do. I apologize, his contract is $3 million, so it's not much money on about one of them. Can they bring some veterans? Would be interesting. They also lost Raquel. So that gave them about what right now? They have $11 million open up right now. And they have what? Anybody on injury? They have Silverberg at 5.5. So they have Max Jones at 1.2. That's gave them a 6.3. John Morse, no big deal. So they have about $6-7 million. What direction they want to do, I don't know. McDavid is going to start the season next season. They have a lot of young players over there, a lot of prospect. What do you do with John Gibson? That's another thing right there. So it would be interesting what the Anaheim Ducks with Pat Verbeek, new GM over there. That's what I do, coach. You have a hat-trick happen. I'm not drawing an expensive hat exactly about that one. Was Kucherov disrespectful when he made those comments about Montreal after the Tampa Bay won the Cup? I was not worry about what he said, Peter, about what he talked about the Montreal Canadiens, everything like that. What I was not right for me, he showed up to the press conference with no shirt. This for me is not professional as a hockey players. That's only part. Now, whatever he said to the fans, whatever he said, we play with $18 million, whatever, it's not bothering me at all. You're always going to have some trash conversation between fans, players, everything like that. That's no way. But when you show up at the press conference like that with a beer, with no shirt, this for me is not classy. And from that moment, I lost my respect for him. That you had things you can do, you had things you cannot do. Now, you can talk trash about other players, everything like that. That's not matter for me. But you have some conduct. You have to be sure you respect what the NHL educate the players, what he can do, what he cannot do. Oh, yeah, it was after the Stanley Cup. He won, everything. It's not matter. Someone somehow can bring him a shirt. That would be classy. So, hey, by the way, you have to wear a shirt. But that's the only thing about that. This is a career 100% player. I have more skill. Look at Josh Anderson. As one-dimensional, he has the biggest contract here. Add the more skill, look at 100% player. I have more skill, look at Josh Anderson. But again, Renault, don't worry about the money. Josh Anderson, they gave him the money. The team gave to Kokanemi $6.1 million. Are you going to blame Kokanemi or you go to blame the team gave it to him? Are you going to blame Carey Price or you going to blame the team gave him $10.5 million? Are you going to give a blame someone it does not play well because he got too much money, or you blame the team gave him too much money? It had nothing to do with the money. The money, we should never talk about the money the player makes in NHL. It's the team gave it to him. Jeff Petrie, the money he got, is Mike Bergevin gave it to him. Gallagher, that's the money to go over that one over there. I said to you, you have no more anymore. They don't have a lot of north-south players anymore in NHL. That's what I said to you. They tried to transform Josh Anderson to play East and West now. How many players like Josh Anderson play in NHL, Renault? How many per team you have a one-dimensional North and South players in NHL? How many in Montreal? Play only North-South. With speed, with forward. How many? Not many. So I don't know why you disagree with that one over there. They are all skilled anymore. Look Mason McDavid. Look Zegras. Look Jack Hughes. Look Cole Caulfield. Look Nick Suzuki. You want more? I can give you more if you want to hear that. Matthews. Want to match Marner. Right? Yeah, I can go all the way. They are no one dimension anymore. They don't have Wendell Clark anymore. They are no Wilfred Perman anymore. They have no Josh Anderson anymore. Less and less. They still have some. But 90% of the players are East and West now. That's what they are. East and West. And you can go all the way like that. There's not anymore go north-south anymore. That's what Martin said. We tried to modify Josh Anderson to understand what he should do with or without the puck. What he should accomplish with that part over there. That's take time. That's, you know, we blame everybody. We don't have to blame Montreal Canadiens. They have a bad season. That's okay. That's part of the game. They have got injury. They lose Carey Price, Shea Weber, Philippe Dano, Tatar. And I can go all the way like that. But it take time to find a way to come back. That's it. And then Jeff Petrie don't have a great season. Why? Because he's not on the right chair. That's simple to understand that. Peter, I don't understand that tradition throwing your cap away. Yeah, now it's more harder for me. I mean, it's fun. The main strength is the ref call the game straight like when the kids play, so the adults have more time and space to show their skill. It's because they are more talented, they are more skilled, you know. It has nothing to do with the ref about that one over there. The player today are about like, they are more skilled. Like Wayne Gretzky said Wednesday night or Monday night, or this weekend, Wayne Gretzky said, the players today are 20 times better who I was at my time. They are more stronger, better, faster, skater. Their shot is better. It's just the evolution of the hockey it is now. Mr. Alexis Dubic in the house. The scout. Mr. Bryce Garrett, number 1 fan of Toronto Maple Leafs. A 2000 Martin St. Louis and today game would be a perennial R trophy winner. You never know. It's very hard. I think Martin St. Louis, you know, he's still in the league until what, 2010, 12 maybe. He did very well. Look, you have the player like Martin St. Louis, like DeBrincat, Caulfield right now, a small, still performing. Johnny Gaudreau just get 100. He's going to have always players at any and every year for destiny, whatever you call it, you're going to have those kind of players perform, whatever who they are. It's just happening all the time. Coach, do you give props to the ref for not calling penalty on Kings with the score 9-3, or should they still call them? I think they should call them. I understand why they did not. No. They have a strong kind, at least. It's a, like they will let go tripping. They let go like hooking. They would be more slack on those calls on 9-3. The player want to get out. The fans want to get out. Everybody want to get out the game. Now, if you have an incident with a high stick or something, you know, guy going and break away and he got tripping, return that, now they call it. But they will let more players play their game and let the time go down, quicker, faster, better for the game, everything like that. The player knows, and the player losing 9-3, they just want to get out. So you're going to see the games changing from the ref at that moment, and the player benefit of this, and they appreciate that. But it will be sure the game stay on the safety side for both teams. So that's normal what happening. Okay, guys, see you later. I'm going to get a lunch. Bryce, have a good lunch. If you don't have it, we can delivery. This is a Speedy, our little dog Speedy. I carry on the lunch all the time for Nooner, but we can sharing the lunch for Nooner today. We can give it to you, Bryce. Just let her know. Speedy, he's really quick, move quickly, fast, can move from one state to one state, to one country to one country very fast. And he uses usually also new systems called the Throne. So he carry on the Throne. We are right now with the Throne right now. We do some tests right now, Bryce, to carry on those kind of launch, so we can drop those launch at Nooner, Danny, and Joseph. He cook for us, and then you put this on the Throne, and then Joseph can, he send the Throne to whatever they're looking for, cookies, everything like that. So that's something we can talk more about this sometime, Bryce, about that. At the Hockey Nation Show, we really expand our possibilities of different business. Johnny Golden and the house. How much would it cost Montreal to get a second top 10 pick in the draft? Gordon, you have a lot of assets. I try to give you the best answer, Johnny. It's rare, and you can go all the way back, and I can look again later, Johnny, but look back in the last 10 years in NHL, you don't have a lot of people moving their pick from 1 to 10. The quality of the players are too high. They have a big gap between 1 to 10, 1 to 12, 1 to 15 at 20, 24, 26. You're going to see something happening last season, Edmonton, Minnesota, where they switch 21 to 18. And then in return, Edmonton got another pick after that. I would not see that. Now, they can trade their 33 and their 27 example both together. But that would bring them to 20. Is it worth it? No. So for me, I don't see that. The only way I would say to you, if they gave them the first round pick next year, 2023, and also the first pick 29 to get number 6. That's a big risk now. So to go from 29 to 26, 24, 25, they will have to give them maybe the 33 at that moment, and then give back the 29, and they get number 26. I don't see worth it at that moment. Obviously. I like the fact you bring to us yesterday, Johnny, the fact they have two round pick next season again. And for me, I see similar right now, Johnny, like the Devils, the New Jersey Devils or the Columbus Blue Jacket. Both teams have a 3-round pick last season, right? And that's what Montreal they are. Because the number 33, guys, almost like a first-round pick. When you have 3 picks before 35, you are going to rebuild at least 2 players of the 3 should be in NHL at some point. So, at least they're really targeting someone, Johnny, from 27 to 23, and they really believe that player is going to helping them. But I don't know more. I don't see that. Kishara was drawn as well. A comment should also have been appropriate, especially saying he's won the cup, gave credit to other team. Yep, Peter, I agree with you about that. But Coach J.R. Smith from NBA had his shirt off the 7 days after he won the championship in Cleveland. Yep. Which sport, Renaud, in any sport, are the most great human being respect the game? Baseball, football, basketball, or hockey? Which sport players show up at their events, at their game, dressed with a tie? Which sport the coach wear a tie behind the bench? That's what hockey does. The NHL is a salary cap management game, so you have to think about our edge guy cap it first. Yeah, possible about that. But not make is right. These athletes have an image to maintain. They represent the sport as well. Code the conduct, beater. Respect of the game. Respect your teammate. Respect the game. Respect the referee. Like Ran Atman, what he did 2 days ago, like flip the fingers, right? What kind of role model? I'm sure right now at 12 years old right now, he's going to play this weekend. Oh, right now Artman did it. Why now I cannot do it? Cheer, buddy. Here we go. That's the role model. But the life change in the future, right? The social media bring those kind of image, and everything you do, every words I said here, it maybe affect me one day. And that's who we are now today. And obviously, the player have to understand the under side of the business, what you need to be professional all the time. Did we hear Ren Hartman apologize for his gesture? That's my first thing. He make a mistake. Did he apologize for the fans? Like he said, we should never do that. Did he go publicly and announce this? If I was in charge about the team, the owners, the general manager, I would sit with him and I would say, buddy, after the practice today, when they're going to interview you, you're going to, right there, apologize for what you did. It was not appropriate. It was not right for the sport. And I completely looked like I was an idiot during that time. I would never do it again. And I would take full responsibility for what I did. That's the culture of the team when you want to build a champion team. It's all about every details, everything. Everything. That's how I will do my team, that way. From the top to the bottom. Be accountable, be responsible. How we can make the team better. How we can make the players better. How we can become the right thing for the people. How we can carry on that image. That logo you represent, that jersey, it's not the number you have in the back. That logo is bigger for the number and your name you have in the back. we appreciate what you do here, but you're going to go what we think is the best for the interest for the team. Renaud, but it doesn't make sense, right? The Hackley and the managed to maintain. Okay. Is Ryan Keslev as his prime one of the best East-West player, and should the Avs hire him to teach the power play? First of all, no, you're not going to hire Ryan Keslev. Secondly, it was one at the time. It was a good hockey player, but you know, Ryan Keslev was one from many other players in NHL. For me, I would not hire him as a power play. No, he have no education yet, experience in NHL as a coach. He never learned it to become a coach. So you don't go with the rookies like that. You wait. You say, Ryan, you're going to take the bus right now. You're going to be an American Hockey League for 5 years. You're going to take the bus. You're going to take the plane. You're going to coach. You're going to show what you look like. And then if you're good enough, we're going to hire you as a coach. That's happening with Ali Okinen. Ali Okinen wants to go to NHL. But he didn't want to go to, he doesn't want to go in American Hockey League. He doesn't want to coach in junior. He doesn't want to do those sacrifices. He wants to go from AAA program he did here in South Florida to jumping right away behind the bench for the Panthers. So what he did, he went to Finland coaching a KHL with Kowalski. So for me, I would say to Renaud Keslev, go learning, all right? And anyway, Montreal are already Vincent Lecavalier, Martin Saint-Louis. I'm pretty sure they can teach him what the power play look like at the end of the day. Mr. RG, back in the house. The coach, the game has changed a lot. Coach, team need to play to the time. Yep, I agree with you. Coach, who the Bruins gonna play off? I still believe John Gregor, the Boston Bruins, going to finish fourth in the Atlantic Division. I still believe they're going to start again the Florida Panthers because the Washington. Oh, by the way, we can go there. Let's go right here. And let's go right there. And great, you talk about this. Let's talk about a little bit about this. Coach is so busy. I love to answer your question. Right now, Boston is 3 points behind in front of Washington. At that moment, they play against the Carolina. That's what they at that moment. Now, can Washington pass Boston? If they pass the Boston, they're going to play again Florida Panthers. Now, if Boston beat Tampa Bay, they can play against Toronto. I don't see that. Boston have a couple injuries, so I don't see that. I'm not worried, but Washington guy is 3 points behind Pittsburgh with two game in hands. Tonight against Toronto, big game for both teams. If Washington can get at least 1 or 2 points there, I wouldn't be surprised Washington finish third. But it will be interesting how they're going to like. But look, Pittsburgh, the last 10 games, they are 3-6-1. They really struggle. And the first, so it will be really interesting on the East. We know the 8 teams are in the playoff, but we don't know yet what they're going to do, honestly, after that. So that's something we have to follow up for sure. RJ, what's new? I see Anderson as a guy who put the team on his back and helped turning things around. He's roughly a 30-goal power forward in a normal year. He will drop the glove with anyone who mess with his key. I don't see anymore Anderson like a 30. The problem with Anderson is he's not consistency salaire. So to get 30 goals, he has to score every 3 games almost, and he's not that kind of player, unfortunately. He's a guy who can score 3 goals in 7 games, and then he disappears for 10 games. Consistency is the first thing he needs to learn about that one there. Of course, he's going to fight if we need to fight. But otherwise, he needs to learn a little bit what Renaud. His second link is limited. You need to use what is great, his speed, his strength, right? He's very strong. But again, he needs to learn about have a better vision and what to do. Look again yesterday, guys. Anderson, Caulfield, Zuski, -2. They have to responsible again to another 2 goals in the net. So, when he just beat on build, he's not sure that don't play is area 86 best year. Um, John Grega, for sure, in our top. Having lunch with hockey fan is great. Salut, coach, and all the rest of you. Peter Martin in the house. I'm behind right now. St. Louis was a bright star which only come around once a while. The Caulfield still has the way to go, but is on the right path now. Post Dominic. Yeah. Now, to see Caulfield to become what St. Louis did, I don't think so. Honestly, but I think Caulfield will score a lot of goals in NHL. Welcome back, RJ, in honor Angel today. Yes, Mr. Peter, you're completely right. We're going to put at 4 o'clock today, Nona and the jail. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'd be great. I don't get that comment by this week. About that, Nona took all the underdog. John Grega, yeah, he did again. Make sure you hit the likes. Salah, he one drop is meant for a lot of players like Wilson Reese. And I don't think so. He should do it anyway. Coach, I'm worried. Are you connected to Gretzky Spirit? No, it's just like Gretzky does a lot of great stuff on TNT, Pierre. And when he talked, people listening what he said. And that's what's happening about that. Luc from British Columbia. Buenos dias, Mr. Luc, directly from Good Morning. It's only 9:45 over there. He doesn't like to, that's for sure. Earlier in his career, they rang his bell. His learn is the son. Great, look. I just don't know how we can improve and Anderson for the Caulfield ski line. Wilson been the perfect player to complement Anderson if a could consolation prize. Again, that's why Martin St. Louis worked with him. Tom Wilson, what he did, now he realized to learning to not play the style he was doing this before that. Anderson can become what Wilson does, the 20 goals per season, 25 goals, and contribute on the offensive side. And Wilson, that's what he realized how he wants to play the game now, east, west, not only north, south. That's Anderson need to learn from St. Louis at that moment. That's why he work on it. It just take time. Hockey number 1 for respect and 4 for money. Coach, I would certainly be wear a tie on the bench, but they are leading NHL coaching staff dressed down. That's why I love the NHL coaching staff. And the player, even top player, can be more relaxed. Yeah, I agree with you about this one. About that, so I said we draft our linemen, some other Russian, I think. As what's news? Montreal Canadiens have always responded the game at first class. Yep. They should target some players qui are strong sur Renault. Precious soon on the defense prospect will provide the defense will have more skill. I said 5 years to figure out until they wait out of the Price, Getty, and Girl contract. We talked about this last night during the post game. Some said about 3 years. Some said next year they're going to play already in the playoff and everything like that. I still believe Montreal will be out for the next 3 years and go the right direction. When the players getting more older and better. I'm not sold on Price. Allow Hader, Guy have a good playoff run with Weber and Edmondson help, but before that, the season was poor. Hopefully they can draft goalies. Mr. Alan Barnes in the house. Pierre said, I know why Colorado trade for Arturi. The guy can make the perfect pass always. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'm right here. But every player leave the Montreal Canadiens, 90% of them always increasing the offensive side. I don't know. Is it the system the Montreal play for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? I don't know. But look what Dano is right now, 23 goals. Look, Lekonen, already 3-4 pass yesterday. Look to what he did in Calgary as the third line over there. It's just like, look, Perry, 17 goals this season. He played 4 line. The system in Montreal was always below a defensive first. Under Claude Julien, Michel Terrien. Is it because we never have some superstar? I don't know. Now, Lincoln is going to have more points. He played with the best offensive machine with Panthers, like the Panthers. So that's normal. But I find a way where the players get out the Montreal, they open up more the offensive side of their abilities, because Montreal look like they have its French system. That's what Martin Saint Louis bring on the table, I believe, at that moment. I agree with you, Pierre. Montreal always have been respectful. Sanderson need to improve with stick. Yep. The hockey as trick is an interesting story in New York. Toronto, Quebec, all day credit for the out-trick throwing, but the Toronto story sound more label. Mr. Terry T. Back-to-back game, Terry, with injuries and played the night before, traveled from the west, the middle of the state, to go all the way to Colorado, coming back with altitude, changing the height, the time, go at 3 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, but you're 1 hour behind on the mountain time, and then play with altitude, wake up at 10 o'clock. Is really demanding for those players at that time of the season, plus the Colorado sleep for the last couple of days to wait for the Kings. It was almost impossible for the Kings, honestly. Can Vegas beat Calgary today? I don't see that, Yamo. But right now, everything could happen. Now, I don't know about prediction anymore. But Vegas cannot lose a lot of points. Coles, Zuski, Rami, Primo, or Monty, Allen and Baron, the foundation that sold on Harris. I'm not sold on Primo and Montembeault at all. I don't think so. Both of them are NHL players. The rest of what you mentioned is great. Harris, for me, it could be an NHL, but it would take a little bit longer because you need to get a little bit stronger. Excited for Ireland. He can surpass Lekonen and Montreal. Two different players, Renault. Lekonen more on the defensive zone, more on the specialist team. Ireland more on the offensive side. A better skill about stick and gling, everything like that. Lekonen, smart hockey players. For me, that's friend. I met at least one of the Montreal players in the past. It's amazing how they all great. Their friend with smile look as they did at Children's Hospital. Imagine 8 and 1 of the children having all the 12 feet of Shara come at a pink bunny. Ras told funny story about Shara. Yamo is Kekevian as an overrated in Finland. I never really see Likonen and all these great players who go get run Yamo. I don't mean to eat the Likonen, but that return was insane. He said about that one over there. 53 guys before we jump on the quiz. I want to bring to you a couple of information what happened yesterday. So let's dive in right away about this one over there. You can see, don't forget to check my videos and watch the video and watch until to the end and click on the likes. If you want to help the Hockey Nation Live Show without give money, I don't ask you to give me money. What I ask you is that every video we do or every live stream, you cannot watch it, but turn on the video, let him rolling until to the end and click on the likes. We get money back for those kind of stuff like that. That increasing our CMR. That's an analytic videos YouTube channel. But if you want to helping us, and you can go, I don't know, you can cook, leave your TV, run the YouTube channel, let your phone running the video, click on the likes, and let the full hour go through this. Do something else. Go to the gym, whatever you want to do. That's helping the Hockey Nation Live Show. That's another way to helping us to grow and to get better and to have more people join the show. 53W in the single season for the franchise is the record for the Quebec Nordic and also for the Colorado Avalanche. Congratulations. And also 29 home ice W at home is a new franchise for the Quebec and of course for the Colorado Avalanche. Congratulations for that team. Really well done. Winter Classic again. Pittsburgh versus Boston is going to be happening at the Stadium Baseball in Boston. So that will be happening about it. Have a good day, Mr. Inotap. Can Arizona win a game already? We'll see happening. A 9-goal, Ratanen only get 1 point. What the heck? Was all about McKinnon last night. Does it works to fast forward the end of the video as well? I don't think so, Peter. I could be wrong. I don't think so because they really judge the time of what you're watching. So, unfortunately, I would say to you, no. NHL debut this season from the 4 players already for the Michigan Wolverine from last season. Owen Power, Matthew Bernier, Ken Johnson, and Nick Blackenberg. Congratulations for Michigan. He was a powerhouse team last season. 3 games last night, 4-0. Georgiev is 6-0 the last 6 games. Got a shootout against the Flyers. Kako scored 2 goals for the Rangers. Montreal lost 5-1. You know already what happening on that game. Finally, the Colorado Avalanche completely destroyed the King by a score 9-3. McKinnon 5 points. McCall 4 points. Pretty amazing about that. And finally, guys, 12 game on the program. If you want to send me your prediction by email, we accept your email and we accept your credit card with prediction. Just kidding. But that's what we are right now. Honestly, on my eyes, Washington-Toronto is a big game over there. Edmonton-Nashville, big game over there. Dallas-Minnesota, big game over there. Vegas-Calgary, a big game over there. Then other team play with better or lower team, and they have to win. But otherwise, those 3 games, Vegas, Minnesota, Edmonton, and also we add the Washington are the biggest game of the night for an NHL. We're going to follow, do the live stream play-by-play with the coach at 7 o'clock, Washington, Toronto, and then we're going to follow up with other game, finish what we do all the time. So I invite you to join the Hockey Nation live show for sure. Yeah, Mo, that is amazing. Ratanen and my ESPN Fantasy player. I was praised only 1 point. No problem, coach. I will do that for you. I do that often. Thank you so much. I don't know, Pierre, but I'm going to look this up. Allen in our top. Tricky game today. Vancouver, big game again. Bennington on Saint-Louis goal. I think Buffalo may win tonight. And maybe hard to find run 20, but imagine the side about that one over there. Welcome back for what, coach? It's time for the Frenchy quiz.
Oh, my God!
You can see the winner of the week out at the bottom of the screen beside me. The little, words coming in beside me go through my body. Ow, 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 ow. Just kidding. But that's what's happening about this. 3 questions, under, over, and exact. 3 easy questions today. We're still looking right now for the scorer. I like those questions. Let's dive in for the first question of the day.
Oh, my God!
Easy, Yamo. I feel it. 39 players in NHL score 60 goals a plus. How many of them, when they did it, have a minus at the end of the season? Like -3, -7, -11, -1. How many of them, the number we're looking is 6 players did it of the 39? Under, over, or exact? Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Runner said that. Ron, we said that under. Jose said over. Exact. Sorry about that. RG said under. Peter, exact. Soler, over. John Gregor, under. Luke, under. Yamo, under. King of Gamers said exact. Wait for the mulligan. Richard Mullen, exact. Pierre Martin said under. We have a few under. We have only 2 over, I believe, and a few exact. Ladies and gentlemen, the first answer, some of you is right for sure because you gave a 3 different answer. And the winner of the question number 1.
Oh, my God!
Is under. 5 players did it. Congratulations to our round 20. RJ, Jean Gregor, Luc, Yamo Vertanen, and Pierre Martin take the lead.
Oh, my
I won at that moment. Question number 2. Let's do it. How many players play 20 seasons and more in NHL? The number we're looking is 68. How many players play 20 seasons in NHL? I told you it was easy, by the way, Mr. Yamo. 68. Under, over, or exact? Here we go. Everybody's looking now on Google. Nobody give me an answer. Over. RJ. Jose, under. Luke, under. Joseph, exact. Run with Kings, under. Alan Barnes. Hey, it's fun to see Alan said over. STELLA, over. Richard Mullen, under. Peter, exact. King of Gamer, exact. Yamo, over. I miss John Gregor. Anybody knows John Gregor? I miss RJ John Gregor. John Gregor and RJ. RJ said over. I got it. John Gregor, B, over. Got it. All right. Who's going to get that one over there? Thank you so much.
Oh my God!
The answer, that one over there. Exact. Pierre Martin take the lead. 2-2. Congratulations, Pierre Martin. Now we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of you are right now with one good answer. And then we have a few of you with, like, I don't want to mention who you are, with 0-2. We wish you good luck for the last question of the day.
Oh my God!
Who's going to win? Can Pierre Martin come back and stay with 3-3? Something we have to look. Here we go. Question number 3. Yesterday we said 199 players score 50 goals a plus. How many of them have an average of 1.00 goal average per game? So what they did, they score more goal or at the same number the game they play. Example, 50 game, 50 goal. That's 1.00. You know, 55 goal, 53 game. But they have 1.03. I'm looking for 8. Under, over, or exact. Jose Duarte said over. Can Jose said 0-3 or he got a good answer today? We see the next couple of minutes there. RJ said exact. Alan Barnes said exact. Thank you so much, Alan. Run with King said over. Hi, I question Yamo. Yamo said over. Luke said over. Richard Mullen said exact. Is it Richard Mullins go 0-3 today? We see about that. Joseph LANHAM, he said under. John Gregor, he said over. Peter August said over. King of Gamers said exact. I miss Pierre Martin, he said over. I have everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, if the answer is over, Pierre Martin win. If it's under, ladies and gentlemen, we have only one person said under, a Joseph LANHAM. And if it's under, he can win, tie the game with Pierre Martin. And if it's over, we have about 7 people can win with Pierre Martin. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, on this question number 3 of the day, the answer is under. Joseph LANHAM tied the game with Pierre Martin and finished first for the day of the question. Congratulations, Joseph LANHAM and Pierre Martin today. We have also King of Gamer with 1, Yamo, Luc, round 20, RJ, and John Gregor all with 1. Yamo start the game really great, but finish like not good. But we have other people, our 0-3, like Jose Duarte, and also Salah, and also Richard Marlin. But we're not going to tell to anybody. We could to keep this for myself. So I just want to mention this. So the winner of today is Pierre Martin at 2 and Joseph LANHAM at 2. Congratulations, both of them, of the game today. Richard says 0 for me. Richard is honest. At least he's honest about that. And Harley McKenna Salah about that. Joseph, good game. Finally got one right in the last 3 days. Ron, you step up your game today. That's great about that. And Ottav left early, so no quiz. He left because he's only 1-9 in Ottav. It is this week. Hi, Coach David. Order in the house. Happy Easter to you and your family. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Happy Easter, guys. So we're going to talk about this tomorrow. We're going to give some chocolate to Danny and for an honor for the weekend. Joseph's going to cook some chocolate for us for sure. Andrew is the king of the quiz, but some reason he is always out. I agree with you about this one over there. Thank you, RJ, for the update. Ladies and gentlemen, this complete another show of the Morning Skate Show. But before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to join us 6 o'clock tonight and at 7 o'clock.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate your participation today. Always a pleasure to see you around the Hockey National Show. We're really, really thankful of your support here on the Hockey National Show. Until then, we wish you an amazing, great, and blessing day. And of course, be well, be healthy. Find a way to not only dominate your day, but Mr. RG's good said, yes, find a way to dominate your 2022. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Have a good one. Run with Kings. Salah, John Gregor, David Arthur, Alan Barnes, Jose Duarte, Yamo, RJ, we love you, Joseph LANHAM, Pierre Martin, King of Gamer. Don't forget to click on the lights.
Open my eyes and get a touch of that reality.
Look, thank you so much, buddy. Good game today. Good job. Have a blessing day.
I'd rather want you to just let me be.
Have a good one, Richard. Speed recovery, buddy. Prayer for you.
What do I know? What's going on now? Is this
Thanks, John Gregor.
breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting
You're welcome, King. We love you, buddy.
Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided. Oh, oh,